What do you have, Caleb? Yeah. Hi guys, Emily here. So it's been a while, so I kind of wanted to start back with a yard, mini homestead, garden, whatever you want to call this place, tour. So our last one was late winter, back in like March or February or something. So there's been quite a few changes. So I'm just gonna kind of walk you through the yard and kind of show you everything that we've done. I hope you enjoy. Alright, so we're going to start over here, which is where we started at in the last video. So over here last year we had sweet potato planted. So I dumped that out and I dumped what was in that pot, which was sage and fennel, out. I replanted the fennel, which you'll see in a few minutes. And the sage, when I tried to pull it out, it just went all to pieces. So I ended up tossing it to the chickens. So over here I planted 3 blueberry bushes. There were a whole bunch of pots here last time. I moved those around and decided to do blueberry bushes here. So there are 3 different varieties, and this first one is one I already had that I just replanted. So they're looking really good. This last one is looking the best. It is full of blooms and blueberries, and I'm so excited for Kayla to be able to pick those this year. Alright, so compost bin. Alright, so over here is the bed from last year. This is where I dug up one of the blueberries. We had another one there that died. So I transplanted my fennel just the other day here to hopefully give it more space to grow and expand. And I don't care if this whole bed gets covered with fennel. I would love that for the butterflies. So that's lamb's ear here. That right there is something I'm going to try to make a little fairy house, little fairy garden. That vine is a hardy kiwi, hopefully go up the trellis. And then the 2 plants behind it are actually shallots that I got from my granddad's house a couple of years ago. And he had actually got them from his granddad's house. So they're like heirloom shallots. So over here is just a whole bunch of different pots. They'll get dispersed throughout the yard at some point. We have turmeric in that pot. We have ginger in that pot. That's a kind of a wild cilantro that popped up, and we got some basil that popped up that we didn't plant. Our orange tree that's full of blooms. Olive. I can't remember if that's apple or cherry tree, but that came from my granddad's house. A different one than the shallots. Then we had some parsley that we wintered over, mojito mint, and then a little parsley that my mom gave me just a few weeks ago. You got me, baby. So this is Caleb's little play area, which was, I think, finished last time in the video. We have added a few things, mainly those stumps. I'd like to eventually add in a mud kitchen, probably not in this area, probably in another area of the yard. And of course some little bees. And there he is swinging. Yay. You're so good, baby. Alright, so this is our garden at this point. So we have quite a few eggplants along that back row, and then a pepper, I can't remember what it is. This front row is all different peppers, poblanos, sweet peppers, spicy peppers. Our carrots are there, and they are in desperate need of thinning. Then we got a solid row of broccoli, a row that's mostly broccoli with 3 plants of Brussels sprouts and 3 spinach that we need to pull, actually need to freeze some of the spinach. 2 rows of beans. These are all our tomatoes over here. So these are all different heirloom varieties. Good freezing tomatoes because we like to eat them fresh, but we like to also stew them down and freeze them. And we got a bloom, yay! And 1 cherry tomato for Caleb. So this back row, we have my garlic that I wintered over. I planted it actually October 15th, and it's probably near about getting ready. We had such a mild winter that I think they're ready. So these are some onions down here that my mom gave me to plant. We have a few little mini watermelons. So ideally, after I peel the garlic, the watermelons will be big enough to run back there, and I think that would be where the watermelons live. Then we have a mini Persian cucumber, we have pickling cucumber, and then a couple of squash and zucchini plants. Alright, so I had a potted fig tree that I actually moved over here. He seems to be doing great over here. We don't really have anywhere back here to put our tools, which is kind of a bummer. I was thinking for Rob's birthday, getting him like a little Rubbermaid shed or something and putting up by the house, just so we could put a few of Caleb's toys in there and our tools so they're not all spread out. So here are our chickens. So that's grapevine 1, which is like a table grape. It's still really good. Strawberry planters I moved over here, and this is grapevine 2, which came from my mom's house, and that's a good like scuppernong, like, oh my god, amazing grape. I'm so excited. Last year we only got 4 grapes, so I'm really excited to have more, and mom actually asked me to root her another piece because she has moved houses since. This is my elderberry, which started from just a stick but looks fabulous. There's the girls peeking through. Alright, so this part of the yard is a bit of a hot mess, but it's going to look really good when it's finished. So I was thinking of putting like a mud kitchen there once we get rid of those. But so we initially wanted to put in a pole barn where all the rock is, and the building inspector said no. So we kind of, you know, if we were going to make this our forever home, we would have just said, okay, whatever, we'll do it anyways. But since we do plan on selling, we don't want anything that'll hold us up later on. So we're actually going to do like a metal carport here, where the rock is. And then where these posts are, we're going to expand it and make a patio with a pergola. So it's going to be really nice. I'll put some of the pots from the other side of the yard over here. It's going to be pavers. We'll have the smoker out here and the grill and some seating area, and it'll be really, really nice. And I think we'll do a couple more beds. And then this might look like a jumble of mess, which it is. We got a half-dead plant that was Rob's. My pawpaws that I started from seed, which has been like a year in the making. My mandrake, which is looking a little sad, but I brought everybody out here to kind of give them a little sunshine and perk up. You do, good job.
I know this.
And so that's really it in a nutshell. That's our yard. This is our mini homestead. Rob actually expressed to me the other day he would like to have more beds and stuff for plants, and I'm all for it. He says he actually doesn't want to be able to mow grass back here, so I'm really excited about that. So I've mentioned before about our forever homestead, how we're looking for it, and some things this year hasn't panned out exactly how we wanted to, so we've made a decision to stay put here on this property for the next 5 years or so. So we decided that we're going to make this into our micro homestead, and then when we get to our next place, expand then. But we don't want to wait any longer to do what we want to do. So we're going to spend the next year just putting in more stuff and making this into, like I said, our micro homestead. Alright guys, I'm getting dragged away, so if you want to stay tuned for more great videos and see what's coming up, I got some great stuff planned. Make sure you hit subscribe. Alright, thanks guys.